In 2003, the Homecoming Revolution brand was born with a message to Africans around the world: don't wait until it gets better. Come home and make it better.
So I went to school in the United Kingdom when I was 13, university, and I started working in the city. And I worked in the city until I turned 40. And when I turned 40, I came back here.
So I returned after 5 years in the States and then became the country manager of Google.
I was in Dubai, stayed there for 10 years and came back to do development in Kenya. And today, with my partners, we own the second largest mobile money transfer company in the country.
Bon and I left for England about 9 years ago.
I lived in the UK and South Africa for a very long time.
The United States for about 7 years.
In Canada for 17 years, but I'm now back home.
I went to school in Vanderbilt in Tennessee in the US.
You're really going? Yes. It's got on the plane and I came here and I did not look back since.
Stepping off the plane and having the heat just wrap around me and the smell, and it felt like the biggest hug.
The more we have these stories that we share, the better a picture we're able to tell, because each shade is a bit different. And I know, like, hearing some of these interviews and seeing all these other things, everybody's personal story kind of adds on to the color that makes coming home really worthwhile.
I also felt that I wanted to be more involved in South Africa becoming the country that we all wanted to be.
People often ask me, what's the most important thing you learned at Harvard? And I tell them, I learned how much I love Africa.
We have the nanny. Baby can wake up and just give it to the nanny and I could go back and get some more sleep or that, those luxuries.
Abroad, we can make new friends, but we can't make old friends.
There's a lot of opportunity. There's a world of untapped opportunity over here.
If you're able to make it in a foreign land, how much more your own homeland?
With all the craziness and the madness and the light off and the water shortages and whatever else, I love it.
Those things are reality. They are tough, they're uncomfortable, but if the goal is big enough, as they say, the facts don't count.
You're never going to build or to establish yourself while you're sitting in Washington.
If you want to be part of the change that many of us, people in the diaspora sort of seek for and keep pushing for and complaining about, then you have to be on the continent.
Come back now! We must change Africa in this generation. It's our responsibility, no excuses.
I know I'm going to be part of the people that will shape this country to what it's supposed to be.
The ground has been laid a bit further ahead for people who will be returning home today. And there will be a community of people like you who've been there, done that, and will help you adjust.
You don't want to miss Africa at this moment in time. This is a 10-year space when things are going to absolutely lift off.
You need Africa, and Africa needs you. Isn't it time you came home?